NBC27 Digital Now Center. This is Beyond the Forecast with your most accurate local meteorologists.
Oh, boy, what an ugly morning, everybody. Good day to you. I am meteorologist Brett Thackara. Thanks for tuning in here on this Thursday, and we've got a rainy day, just a good old-fashioned rainy day. Now, having said that, if you watch this morning, I don't think it's going to be raining all day, but there will be bouts of heavy rain, and we're going to break it down for you. We're going to look ahead to the weekend. This week has been tough to forecast. This easterly flow has been pretty consistent. Models have had a tough time with it. Our experience tells us it always wins out. We've tried to forecast accordingly, and even then, some days are just still too cold. So we start in Mifflintown, and we can see the fog hanging over the valley. It is lifting a bit now that the sun is up, but it is going to be a rainy day, just damp and ugly like really the last several days have been. It's been all week, right? Still cool tomorrow. In fact, it could be even cooler on Friday, and then a milder weekend ahead, or at least we think it's going to be a milder weekend. The fog really settling in over Harrisburg. We can at least make out the river now. We couldn't do that at the end of our daybreak program this morning. Still can't see the Capitol, though. This is what many folks are having to drive in this morning. Visibility now near zero in York, only a third of a mile in Harrisburg, 2 miles in Lebanon, 1 mile in Lancaster, and really across the state, the visibility is an issue this morning. Now, the rain is lifting into the Lehigh Valley. This was the rainfall that we had here yesterday, or not yesterday, but last night into early this morning. And again, I think that for the most part, this has been very beneficial. It just came in droves, and now it is pushing out and up into the Lehigh Valley over toward Philly. Most of us are drying out, but I also think that it is going to come back at us, because if we look off to the west, I think the next region that is out over toward Pittsburgh, the southwest corner of the state, that region is going to be lifting in here as a few showers later this morning through lunchtime. But it's this region here that is going to lift in toward us by this evening and give us at least another round of fairly significant rainfall. So most of the rain is still yet to come, but we still have this dichotomy of easterly flow east of the mountains, this cold air damming, keeping us in the 40s, and meanwhile, southwesterly flow for Pittsburgh and Johnstown, temperatures there in the 50s. And so we are fighting this battle all week long. We see it every year. Experience always tells you got to forecast when there's easterly flow, cool and damp, and that's exactly what we have had. So today, 48, and that still may be too high. We actually had models this morning saying we were going to get into the 50s. If you watch me on Daybreak this morning, I said I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of it, and we'll show you the latest guidance coming up. Evening rain tonight, and then clouds and fog overnight with lows around 40. So again, this whole system has been a stationary, wavy frontal boundary, and it just keeps producing waves of rain. So what we have now is an area of low pressure sitting right about here that is going to push that rain toward us here along a warm frontal boundary. The cold front is situated right here, and that is going to kind of swing across the deep south later today. But waves of rain are going to continue to kind of ride along this low, and we're going to be in the crosshairs of it. The front looks like this. Again, very cool to the north and east of the front as we get this northeasterly flow with a marine layer, lots of moisture, and cooler air. Harrisburg continues to be stuck at 41. Meanwhile, we get the mild flow here. Look at Pittsburgh, Charleston, Cincinnati, and Bowling Green, temperatures in the 50s and 60s. So, again, easy to find the front on this map. It's just wavy. Now, the latest guidance, all right, will I conform to it or will it conform to me? We have it conforming to me because it no longer gets us to 50 degrees. However, if you want some areas that are going to be in the 50s, it's these areas right here. Again, the front situated here, the southwest flow always tries to warm up Franklin County, the Cumberland Valley, Adams County. They may get into the 50s today. Harrisburg likely won't, and neither will anybody east of Harrisburg today. So that's something to keep a watch on. It'll be fun to watch the temperatures across the viewing area. There may be a big spread. Tonight, this takes us into the 30s. I often think with rain and clouds, temperatures stay a little more stagnant than that. So I'm going to go around 40 degrees, and then tomorrow, just about everybody is locked in again. I mean, look at this. I mean, most of the region here is just dammed in with this cold air damming. Everything just gets trapped up against the Appalachian Mountains, and it cannot go anywhere. So the cold air continues, and that is going to be tomorrow's weather. I do think we warm up by the weekend, though. So the brunt of the rain, Precision Cast does a nice job showing it's over the Lehigh Valley and Philly. We get a couple of showers during the day, but more steady, heavy rain this evening. And I think if you're heading out this evening, just be aware, could be slow going again, because once it gets dark, the rain's going to be coming down, and it's going to produce low visibility. That exits tonight, and then tomorrow just looks cloudy, cool, maybe a couple of showers, some stray showers around tomorrow. Saturday's going to start cloudy. We may get a few peaks of sunshine by Saturday afternoon, but you know what else we could get on Saturday with a warm-up ahead of this front? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Some showers and a few thunderstorms, and even a line of showers and storms could roll through here by Saturday evening. So keep an eye on this. We'll see if this line survives the mountains. Guidance is still sketchy on that. I will show you some guidance right now, actually, before we move on, that actually indicates another version of what this line could do Saturday night. So let's take a look at it. This is one of the new models released. It's a rapid refresh model. It's going to eventually replace our HER model, the high-res rapid refresh. But this is the RSS model. It shows those waves of rain and showers this afternoon. Here's this evening, and it does a nice job picking up on the heavier rain that I mentioned would be coming through tonight. Let's see what it does tomorrow. Again, mainly dry. Good. I like that. That's sort of what we're banking on. Now, Saturday, again, during the day, this does show some activity ahead of the main line. But here comes some activity by Saturday evening. Here's this line that we're watching very closely here, because the western part of the state is actually under a severe weather risk area. And here we go. Look at this. This does blow up some storms over top of our region Saturday evening, okay, and into the overnight. So this would bear watching, too. It wouldn't surprise me if we get put in a severe weather risk area Saturday as well, and then the whole thing leaves us behind by Sunday, and it falls to the south. So there it goes, and then by Sunday we clear things out, and it's nice. But let me go back again. This is Saturday evening. If you have plans, watch out, because Saturday evening could be a little bit feisty. And when we look at the SPC outlook for day 3, the yellow area is what we focus on here. That would be the area for damaging wind gusts potentially. And again, it's mainly across western Pennsylvania. So I certainly agree with that setup. But again, could we see some thunderstorms survive the mountains here in central Pennsylvania? It is certainly possible. So that's something that we will be watching closely as we move into the weekend. And even the Precision Cast here shows that there could be a line. This also has taken down our rain totals significantly for the rest of the day, because it does show that there will be breaks. So a quarter to a half inch of rain seems possible, in addition to what already fell. Again, I would say about a half inch to an inch of rain on tap today. That's good drought-busting rain on this Thursday. Here comes the front on Saturday. Remember, this model here is the European. It's a long-range forecast model. It does not show the high-resolution nature of this. So I think by 7 a.m. we're already clearing. Most of Sunday and Monday look dry. Tuesday, clouds increase, and then we've got another front coming through next week. No, do not buy the model output here. I know this wants to show some snow. What this is showing, though, is some cooler air moving in behind this front. So that's not necessarily going to be snow. Again, the model has a hard time identifying this. You have to be experienced and just say it's going to be raining and, again, cooling down next week, but not so much that it snows. At least it doesn't look that way to me. But, again, through next week, wet. And not every day, but there's going to be chances for rain. So that includes today, tomorrow, a couple of stray showers, Saturday night, because Saturday's going to be mild and breezy, and we would expect a gusty line of at least some showers Saturday overnight as we change those clocks forward. They could include some embedded thunderstorms. By Sunday afternoon, I think it's great. Sunshine, temperatures in the low 60s. Monday looks good, and then highs in the low 70s by next week. So we have a few things to keep an eye on. This evening's heavy rain, and then looking forward perhaps some thunderstorms here by Saturday evening, Saturday night, and we'll continue to monitor that as we move forward. So that's a wrap on this edition of Beyond the Forecast. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm meteorologist Brett Thackara. Stay dry today, and have a great, great day.